You should've messed with me. You should've messed with me. Should've messed with me.
What's going on, Gooners and Goonerettes? Good to see you guys, man. Saturday today, sunny, but not as sunny as I hoped it would be. It's still about 20 degrees, so it's still nice. The African Gooners in the house. He's in London today, so I'm touching base with them in about an hour on my way down to Camden Town. We got a lot of stuff to come for you guys today. I don't think I'll do anything live. I'll pre-record everything and then edit it when I get back home. But yes, so lots going on today, guys. Lots of views, lots of opinions. Shout out, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and then I'll catch up with you guys when I get into London. Peace, man. Just want to show you guys, look at this. Look, it's the first time we're ever meeting, you know. Look at this, man. Yeah, the crew. What's going on, everybody, man? Sup, Vincey?
Yeah, I'm all good, man.
Yeah, the African good in
What's
the
up,
house,
what's
man.
up,
What's
what's
going
up?
on, bro? What's going on? Yes, Tony.
What up, what up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys, we just came from Wagamama. Now we're going to the Emirates Stadium. Gonna have a look around there at all the artwork. We're gonna have a look and see what's in the shop, which I kind of do for you guys all the time. Everybody belly full? Yeah, ready to go, man. So catch up with you guys in a bit. Yeah, guys, we're here, man, and we're at the stadium, and we're talking about what's going on with all these artworks here. I got the African Kuna, my partner in crime here. What's going on, brother?
Good. Incredible to see the stadium in person. Yeah, man, I can't wait for tomorrow's game.
The experience of the armory, the shop,
Yeah,
and everything that was in there.
I was like a kid in a candy store, honestly, just having the option with so many different Arsenal merchandise, especially with the new launch. It makes it even better, right? So
Yeah.
as you can see, you're already wearing the new kit. So yeah, man,
It's like
I'm
Willy
happy.
Wonka's chocolate factory
Yeah,
there, and
it
you
is,
just go nuts.
Exactly. I can't wait for tomorrow. I think it's going to be a blast, irrespective of how the season's ended. So really looking forward to it.
So, what's your thoughts about this picture we're looking here, the aesthetic and the fact that they've actually got the girls in it now,
Yeah.
as well as we can see Perez in there, Gilberto, Ashley Cole, Edu himself is in there, Lehman, the
Vieira,
whole
Campbell,
Invincibles.
Bergkamp. I think Arsenal's always been in a very inclusive team, right? So to see this change and the new artwork is great. I think the fans needed it to kind of have a reinvigoration of passion for the club. Things like this contribute to that. So yeah, I think it's great.
And then there's the at the bottom level we can see here, which is all the old players.
Yeah.
So it's for people who are visiting the stadium, they can come here. Like today, this is a Saturday, a non-match day. Vincey, give us a wave over there, bro. Vincey Tone over there giving us a wave. For a lot of people who are younger as well, they can come in and read and learn about Charlie George.
Yeah.
Actually, I met him here at the stadium. We had with Clo and Nay, we had drinks with them on Carlsberg when they were doing their sponsorship stuff there in club. Okay. And he's a great guy. He's a little bit over the top, but he's a great guy. We see Bob Wilson there, and we see Dennis Bergkamp, who is statues over here, where you've just taken a picture with Tony. Shout out my boy Tony Cox. What's going on, brother? So yeah, I think overall this picture here, it's very respectful to the Invincibles who went the whole season unbeaten, and then the girls as well. You know, really doing our part to acknowledge how important they are to Arsenal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Vincey, come here. Tell me, what's your thoughts about this picture here, this artwork that we're looking at here?
Man,
what's your thoughts of it?
This is awesome, man. Because as I say, you've got ladies doing their team going back in history, man. Yankee.
Yeah, enough for them, innit?
I like it, man. It shows some serious craft, with talent. And you see the men there on the, oh man, you've got Wenger, man like Lauren, Ralph.
The Romford Pele, look at him right there. Let's try and spot him out. There he is, the Romford Pele. See him there? Tony, man, what's your thoughts?
Love it, man. I think it's a very a fitting tribute to you know, a great legacy in the team. The two teams, the ladies team and the men's team, both with their invincible seasons. I think it's an absolutely wonderful montage, and yeah, well done Arsenal.
So let's take a walk over this side. We're gonna walk down here and have a look at what is my favourite. Yeah, this is you and Dennis, man.
Man like Dennis,
Yeah.
you know, legend.
Remember that game, you know. Very few people
How many
can
man
jump
can
that high.
get a foot? I can't.
He tried to lift his leg up. Guys, come on, let's walk over here and have a look at what is my favourite. No, it's the one that represents Arsenal worldwide, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with all the flags. I love all that stuff, man. You never come to realise how big Arsenal is until you travel abroad,
Yeah, worldwide.
and then you actually
Or
see
you have
Worldwide
idiots
is
like
next
me who
level.
spend crazy money to come just for one game.
late at night at 3 a.m. in the morning while you're all sleeping. I'm looking at all my analytics on the YouTube channel and seeing how many people are subscribers from around the world, and I'm going in and I'm seeing, wow, 42 different countries, man.
So what the aim is upon it is really we've got to get flags. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you know,
One-on-one.
it'd be nice to get a one-on-one flag up on
One
here.
has to get a flag.
This is nice. So look at this, guys. This is just beautiful.
I need a picture with this.
I mean, look, Arsenal, Pakistan, Gunners on wheels, Arsenal, Japan, Jamaica is over that side, so Jamaica is over there. It's just, look, Argentina, Singapore Gooners.
Hong Kong Gunners.
It's incredible. Arsenal, Ghana. Yeah, guys, this has to be my favorite. This has to be my favorite. Guys, what's your thoughts on this poster? This is my favorite here. Vinci, the African Gooner. What's your thoughts on it?
Man, this is just family. As I
Yeah.
say, it's when you're online and you do the channel and stuff. Sometimes you can't reach people, but this is the way how they reach. You know, people can't always get to the game. So it's what 66,000.
Yeah.
Shows the depth. Shows the depth of what the club is to people around the world, man.
Hey Tony, mirror us. What's West Hampstead doing up there? Look at this team. I just spotted here West Hampstead.
Hampstead.
Oh, near us.
Legacy though, innit? It's a show legacy of how far.
Tony, what's your thoughts on this aesthetic here, man?
Yeah, again, you know, it's a wonderful tribute to the diversity of Arsenal. I mean, you know, one of the reasons I'm an Arsenal fan is because as a youngster in London, Arsenal were to me one of the most diverse clubs, and it was always, you know, great respect amongst the fans. I witnessed a lot of racism around the country, going around supporting Arsenal and going to various parts of the country. So to see that, you know, we now recognise ourselves as being, you know, a truly international standard in the world of football is an amazing achievement. Yeah, I can't help but be proud of my club.
So guys, let's talk about the kits. Let's review these kits now. So I'm wearing the new top, the African Gooners wearing the new top.
Yeah.
And you can see our latest model here on the catwalk is showing off the new jersey for us. So first of all, I have to say, guys, I'm going to get out of the sun and come around in this angle. I have to say that this is my favorite home top for a decade.
Yeah.
The reasons being the gold insinuates, you know,
Invincibles.
the Invincibles and what we've achieved, and everything is perfect about this. The lines are perfect. As you guys know, I irk collars because it just reminds me of the 70s when I used to play. I don't like buttons, so I like a nice V or a nice round neck, and this kind of shows you that, but it's simple and it's Adidas as well.
Yeah.
So for me, thumbs up at La African Gooner home
up.
kit. What about you, Vinci?
Yeah, man, I think it's nice. It's big respect with the gold. Nice tradition.
It's
I think
missing
it's
the
nice
Adidas
with
for
the
me,
tradition with
the word.
the stripes.
We don't need that.
You know,
I mean, it just feels
the
more
lightning
natural
bolt, as you
with it.
said. Yeah, I think they've done well.
Yeah.
I think they've done
Tony, thoughts on the kit?
Yeah, I mean, like yourself, I'm not a great fan of buying home kits, so I've got very few. I have tons of away kits in various colours and guises, but this is a nice kit. It will grow more on me as we play with it more, as most kits tend to do anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, first impressions are it's got great trim. The red and gold just looks really beautiful together. So yeah, it gets a thumbs up from me.
And the guys, for me, I've got to say, in terms of the away kits, don't like them. Not a fan. I will say with the green one, I kind of see where they was going with the green. First of all, I just don't like. There's so many good shades of green to choose from, and they chose the darkest one. I mean, yo, man, you could have gone Celtic green and that would have been okay, but the darkest, driest, grimmest, most boring color of green. And not just that, but they've got like a weird, it's like a baseball jersey. You know the baseball jerseys, right? Where they've got that kind of weird sort of crossover, and they've got the AFC on the neck, but the buttons, it's like, that's another Mrs. Doubtfire top.
It's not even like multiple buttons,
Yeah.
it's just one button.
It's like a Mrs. Doubtfire top. Where I might warm up to is the yellow one, the squiggly one. Now, some people hate that. It's apparently got to do with being a map of Islington. So there is some history behind that top. I'm not gonna make my decision on that yet because there's a deeper meaning to it. I need to understand it a little bit more. So yeah. So, but I think I could be a fan of it, and I think it might be a possible purchase. But as I said, it's got the map of Islington on it. So if it's historic and it means something like that, then the aesthetic works. So yeah, I think I might go for that. And we're going to talk about this famous picture here, which is called the Celebration Corner. And I want you to tell me which Arsenal players that you actually know or remember. We can start off here with Alan Sunderland.
Definitely not before my time. Charlie George, heard of, but haven't watched enough of. Kanu, definitely.
Yeah,
African
man.
legend. Tony Adams, obviously. Ray Parler, David Rocastle, Robert Pires. So pretty much from Kanu to the left, that's pretty much all the Arsenal players that I would have any affiliation to or have watched in great detail, right? We have Aaron Ramsey with the FA Cup goal against Chelsea, Thierry Henry, Ian Wright, Alan Smith, Charlie Nicholas, Freddie Lumberg, Paul Merson, David Seaman. I mean, these are all just incredible Arsenal players. I mean,
Yeah.
down to even Arshavin with the 4 celebration that obviously we all know when he scored at Anfield 4 goals, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this is great to see.
What does this mean to you guys?
Historical, man. I mean, this celebration is incredible. The goal itself was incredible. We don't see that too much these days. I mean, you know, back then Tirani was just ahead of the game. He's just so much better than the rest of the players. Now it's a bit tighter because of, you know, data science, etc., etc. But back then he was just above all else. Too easy.
But you know what? A man who carried the club on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Striker. You know what I mean? That's
Pick-
what it's about. You stop and you think about the men's man back in the day. Writing. All in.
37 goals and 20
Carried the
assists
club.
in one season.
That's what we. That's the next.
That's
The
incredible.
next stage now. We can get a man
Yeah.
who can carry this club for the next 5 to 10 years. And I believe it can happen.
Yeah. Tony's just mesmerized now. It's just
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, what isn't there to say about Thierry Henry? You know, just an absolute legend of the club. And yeah, you know, I come past this statue every time I come to Arsenal, and you know, give reverence to a true legend.
you know, when you travel and you go and you see all the pictures of the gods and the greats and everything, you see the fact that there's monuments of Greek mythology, champions and Olympians everywhere worldwide. And then you see Henry encased in something like this. And that's what it does for me. This makes me look at him and think, you know, he's our Olympian. You know, he's like our champion. And that's how I perceive this. I perceive this how we look at the Greeks in terms of their mythology. And that's, you know, it's immortal. Regardless of what happens, like this is always going to be here, even after me dead and gone. Yeah? So I love all of that stuff, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. So guys, we were going to talk about player of the season. So yes, it's a kind of a deep one for me because we were talking about this when we was at dinner, and I decided to leave it till here. And just to let you know, so my guy is going to be Martin Odegaard. He's going to be my player of the season. 15 goals, created 71 chances, which is 4th in the Premier League, 7 assists, But it doesn't add in the pre-assist. So the amount of touches and influence Odegaard had before the assist even happened goes untalked about. You know, his leadership, that goes untalked about. His influence in the locker room, again, goes without saying. Everyone's talking about leaders elsewhere, but this is the true leader and the captain of the team who's galvanized his team over the line in so many different ways. Tying Fabregas's record of 15 goals for a midfielder, it's going to be Martin Odegaard for me. Played, 37 games. I mean, he's been in every game. That's more than Xhaka. That's insane. That's crazy. When you're talking about how bulletproof Xhaka is, and this guy's played 100 more minutes than him and started more games, that's insane for a 24-year-old. So I think for me, guys, that's going to be my decision.
Well, it's a tough one. I think an easy choice would be Martin Odegaard. Captain-wise, he's come in, he's done the business, he's scored, assists, and as you said, he's played loads of minutes. Saka, you look at Saka and you think, well, how much further can this young man progress so quickly with goals, assists, and minutes played? I'm a lover of Saliba. I think Saliba is a generational talent.
What about Martinelli? He, again, led the team in scoring.
I'm against my client, but
with Odegaard, yeah.
But you stop and you think, even though he missed 10 games, this is a player who most fans, as I said, 98% of fans wouldn't have picked him to start this season, and they were saying that Arteta, didn't trust him. I believed in him, and this guy just walked into the team and just felt comfortable. And you see when he's not in the team how much he's a miss. But then you come back to my client, Martinelli, and you stop and you think, well, we went out and spent money on Jesus. And we all in the forum, I said 18 goals for Jesus was going to score. And last season, Martinelli wasn't performing and he was injured, but the people are looking for a big season. He's a top goal scorer. So you stop and you think, for the way how the season has been, on his young shoulders, 15 goals and his assists. I like diversity and I like options. So I'm going to go with my client.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Martinelli because,
awesome.
At the end of the day, for a young man to come in, his goals, as I said, Martin.
So important his goals were.
So important, but also Odegaard's talent was already there. I just think for a young man to come up and step up the way he did, whilst we were pushing, I'm going to give him a big shout.
And I did mention a month ago, which no Arsenal fan has talked about at all, is the fact that Martinelli's top of the league in XG assists. So he doesn't have a lot of assists, but what the XG tells you is that he has made those goals that we just didn't finish. And a lot of that's probably come from Jesus. Jesus misses a lot of chances, and that's probably played a part in why Martinelli's assist numbers are low.
And the key thing, as I said, across that front line, attack-wise, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, and even Trossard, we've got goals, and you've seen assists there. So any one of them, big shout out to them. And as I say, Saliba's a huge miss. Great season, and it's not taken away from those guys who don't get the award, because it's hard to just, for the season that we've had, to turn around and say one outstanding. And any one of them could be Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. I'll pass it over to my man.
Yeah, so African Guna, let's get again a nice shot in the sun here. Your player of the season for Arsenal this year. It is a tough choice, man.
So tough.
I've gone Odegaard, Tony's gone Saka, Vincey's gone with Martinelli. What's your shout?
Yeah, I think Vincey brought up some good points on Saliba. I think if he played out properly the rest of the season and we ended up winning the league, I think he definitely would have been player of the season. I think Saka had a great season. Obviously, we know he's been our player of the season the past 2 seasons, 3 seasons even. But for me this season, it has to be Martinelli as well. I mean, tying the record for the highest scoring Brazilian at his age, 15 goals, this is his best season.
Would have been 16 if that Man United went through,
Exactly, yeah, we had to get an apology for that one. Apologies don't give back goals. But anyways, I think Martinelli just had a phenomenal season. Since the time I saw him under Emery, I made comments about how special this kid was going to be. You know, I still don't justify Arteta taking him out of the team. I know we said that he wasn't ready, etc., etc. And although I do believe that that's true, I think he was just that much better than the rest of the options that we had, that I still think he should have been playing back then. And we're just seeing now kind of what he can give to this team, and he's only going to get better. I think, you know, if we get another striker, potentially, he's going to be able to continue rotating with Jesus as well. And I want to give a big shout out to Odegaard. I think Odegaard has been a special player this season. We bought him for 30 million. He's probably worth 50, 60, 65 million easily minimum right now.
Yeah.
You know, and his price is only going to go higher. Captain on and off the field. Scored some really good goals. So he's been great as well. But I think Martinelli, he scored some pivotal goals in really tough times. You know, against Liverpool twice, both home and away. Yeah, and I just think he's been the player of the season for me.
Excellent, guys. Shout out our guy Saliba, because when you look against all the publications like BT Sports, Sky, when you look at all the publications, BBC, who's the first Arsenal player that you see on their list in their first 11? It's Saliba. So that goes to show you how important he is at that age as well, 21 years old. Really good news we're hearing about his new contract now, great rumblings. Yeah, so we still got that fashion show going on in the background here where African Gooners putting on his new French top. Like I said on the podcast last night, this weekend is one of celebration, because where we've come from and where we are now, nobody expected it. Nobody gave us the shout that we were going to be in a title challenge this season. And I think that should be celebrated. Next season we're coming here, we're hearing Champions League music for the first time in 6 years, and that should be honoured and celebrated. You know, and it shouldn't be moaned at, and I just think that that narrative is the wrong one to have. I think when we come here tomorrow, we give the players our love and support and a standing ovation and congratulations on what is really been a fantastic and very entertaining season which has been provided. So guys, I'm going to leave it from there, man, and then we'll join up with you tomorrow, man. Okay, speak to you later. Guys, peace out, everybody.
Big up.
Yeah, big up everybody, man.
Blessings.
Nice one, guys.
Go stupid, go stupid, go stupid, go stupid, stupid bitch.